Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I want to thank those of you who have been watching the videos, commenting, and also making suggestions, especially to the last video on the gas prices. And of course, I promised to do another one out of town. But thank you once again, guys, for watching the channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And remember to hit the notification bell for whenever it is that a new video is uploaded, you will be notified. Now, I hope all of you are doing well. And my topic today is very passionate. I am very passionate about the topic today because you guys probably have heard me mention it before on previous videos. And this happened in 2015, and to this day I am sorry about that decision that I have made, and hence decisions as it relates to loans going forward. I am careful and wary of loans, and to each his own. If you guys are okay with having loans and you are not somewhat stressed about it or bothered about it, then if that is for you, then that is for you. But I want to speak about my experience and also to shed some light on why it is that I am, I could say, totally against some loans. And I guess I can differentiate in this video. And then the next video, you'll have to watch to hear how is it that, you know, other loans are more, well, I consider assets than liabilities. I probably can do a little summary here, but let's see how it goes. Now, you may be familiar with this, and this is a, what you'd say, a Hire Purchase Act Consumer Bill of Sale. So it is a contract between me, Shirley Clark, and a dealer regarding to a car I purchased in 2015. Now, I was very excited and looking forward to the fact of owning a car where I was the first one driving that car, getting the plastic off, that new car scent. I was excited about that. So I was adamant in 2015 that I wanted to purchase a new car, and I went to various companies. I did test driving. And for those of you who watched the last video, when I'm purchasing a car, I want to know how much is it to fill the tank, how much is it at the toll. I want to know engine size. I want to know even the music. I want to know if there's a surround system, because I love music, and persons who have driven with me before will tell you that I love bass and drums. So my music is always pounding. So I always take a CD along with me, or they have to play the radio when is it I go to test drive a car. So every little detail is important. Now I was excited about this car. I had it on my vision board and everything. And here comes now the opportunity to own the car. Sold the previous car and had them transfer the funds for deposit to this company. Now I'm just going to read a few lines of this contract. And just browsing through, you're excited about a new car. Who has time? And there's actually another one here, which this is the memorandum of agreement for the loan. So I have these two documents to go through if it is that I desire to understand the contractual agreement that I'm getting into. But how many of us read these contracts? How many of us ask questions? How many of us understand what we're signing to? Because the terms in the contract sometimes a bit of a turn off. Listen to just a paragraph in this loan, this contract. The bill of sale is made on the date set out in item 1 of the schedule hereto between the party whose full name and address are set out in the item 2 of the schedule hereto, hereinafter referred to as the borough of the one part, and the name of the company having its registered office at their address in the parish of St. Andrew, their TRN, hereinafter called the lender, which expression shall where the context so admits include the lender's successors in title of the other part. Whereas 1, The borrower has requested the lender to extend to the borrower the loan described in item 3 of the schedule hereinafter the said loan for the purpose of the borrower acquiring the assigned goods as defined in item 4 of the schedule, which the lender has agreed to do upon receiving the security hereafter appearing and upon the conditions hereinafter set out. Wow, how exhausting. Now, going through this, it sounds like I'm not even buying a car. It sounds like something else, you know, like a kidney. But the point of reading the contract and pointing this out is that nobody goes through these. And the important aspect of the contract, sometimes we are not privy to, or it's not explained to us. And I was excited about owning that car. I was everywhere I saw that car. I could hardly breathe. I was in love, and I was adamant that I was going to get it. And when the loan was approved, I was so excited, ready to sign. And you have to make sure that you're aware of the interest rate, whether it is for the time of the loan, whether it's for 3 years, whether it's on the reducing balance. And how that works is, let's say you got the loan for 3 million. And the more you're paying on that loan, the interest rate is recalculated when the loan is reducing on a monthly basis. Now, if you don't know these things, you'll be paying money and paying 3 times the car amount, especially late fees and those. So if you're not aware of the contingencies and the terms in the contract, you'll end up paying more money and being frustrated, and it seems as if no end to this loan is coming, which was my experience. Now, one thing I needed to point out, which was my main point, is that the interest rate at the time was 11.98, but of course in the contract they're saying that the interest can increase without notice and all of that. And then there was another document, repayment, one payment of, they'll tell you what deposit you were made, the amount in June 2015, followed by how many months, which was 84 months in my case, and commencing on the following month of the contract. Thereafter, on the same day on each succeeding month, provided that where such day is a Saturday, Sunday, or a public holiday, the payment shall be made on the first business day thereafter. And this is the part I want you guys to listen to carefully. B, a bullet payment of $969,953.12 due and payable at the same date as the final monthly installment payment pursuant to item 5 hereof. Now, interest loan on advances, if any, is 12%. Now, what that means, guys, is when you have paid off the loan in 84 months, in this contract stated here, is that at the end of that you have what is called a bullet payment, and I think some companies may call it balloon, which you pay at the end of the loan. I think they may give you some time to pay it, and if you go over that time, that is added interest. Some companies say you have to pay it in lump sum. That is very important, and that is key. I was not aware, even though my signature is affixed to the document, I did not understand at the time what this meant. I was so blinded by my new car, taking off the plastic off my car, so excited that my loan was approved and I am getting this new car, that I failed to see what I was getting into. Now, my basic math, and I think I've spoken about this before, my basic math tells me that the amount that I'm paying, the installments on a monthly basis times the 84 months that they have stated that I should have been paying, would have been exhausting. The loan would have been completed. But here comes this bullet payment at the back end of the loan, and my question to them is, how is it that my statement is reflecting what I am saying? My statement is reflecting that my loan would have been completed, and the amount that I'm paying per month, including interest, would have covered the duration of the loan, which is the 84 months. Then at the end of that, I have $1 million basically to pay again on the car loan. All I'm hearing is, yes, this is a bullet payment, and yes, you have signed to it, yes. But was this mentioned to me at the get-go, at the beginning of the loan? Why would my choice be to pay a loan at the end of my loan and not incorporated that amount in my deposit, request that as a deposit, or disburse it in my monthly payments? So do it with the monthly payments in addition to the monthly payments on a monthly basis, so everything is completed at the 84 months. And if we are not aware of what these companies are doing, these loan companies, your bank may be doing it differently, and for the banks, I know that most of them are on the reducing balance. These car dealers with these institutions, financial institutions or loan facilities that are attached to them, that they have these payments that are hidden. No, I had a long, like a 3-year battle with these people when I recognized that when I've been asking for dialogue for 3 years, and I kid you not, that my payments that I'm making are not reducing. And why is this so? Do I have any back payments? No. When I remember at one point, more than once I have had payments in arrears. I have cleared the arrears. Are those clear? Did those rack up any other interest? No. So why is it that? And then it's at the end of, I think it was last year, 2021, when all these phone calls were unfruitful, when I wanted dialogue, I wanted a meeting, I decided that no, every time I call this lady, she went to lunch or she's in a meeting, she needs to speak to me today because I have been seeking dialogue. And the sale agent left, the loans manager left, 2 of them left. So those people who I dealt with initially are no longer with the company. So this person is now saying they had to have explained it to you, who was not at the company at the time. And I'm saying, I'm not stupid. Why would I accept this in a contract if this was explained to me that at the end of my loan, I have a loan? We have to be aware of the contracts that we're signing and the attractive interest rates and the zero down and whatever other attractive deals they're giving us, that at the back end we're going to be paying the consequences. We need to be aware, and in being aware we won't make this mistake, because you know how much I could have added to my savings if I was aware of this payment. My car loan would have been paid off even sooner. As a result of that, guys, I'm no longer interested in a car loan. I'm not interested in any 6 years, 7 years, not even 10 years. I want to be able to have a car where I'm loan free, and also when I'm ready to sell, there's no lien on my car and I can have that money to whether it's invest or deposit in another car. But to each his own. If you are able to manage your payments, if you're able to scrutinize your contract with these companies and you're able to understand the contract, kudos to you. But my word to you is, make sure that you understand what are the contents in the contract. Make sure that you understand what is saying. Make sure that you go through and they're reading with you, because in my instance, I'm looking at 2 documents that I never fully go through until I noticed that something was not clear where the loan was concerned. So you want to make sure, guys, that you're reading your contracts. Anything that is given to you with a contractual agreement where it involves especially money and payments, that you're reading and you're understanding. Go through it with your lawyer, because at one point I wanted to approach BOJ to find out if this is even legal in our country. I'm not even sure. But one thing I know, because of this experience, these persons have scarred me for life. I don't want another car loan. I'm not interested in another car loan. But as I said before, that's my experience. If you're able to manage, if it is that you understand the contract and if this is the best way you can earn a car. And for me, a car is a liability. But if it is that you are getting a car for the purpose of a business, you see where it is generating income, whether it is a delivery service or a taxi or a rental or Uber, whatever it is, if it is something that is going to generate income, then of course I would say a loan is appropriate in that basis. But if it is your private car and you're not earning from that car, I would say put your money into some savings and investments. If it is that you're not able to, but this huge loan on a monthly basis, over 50,000, 65, 75, 100,000, some persons are paying some ridiculous loans and you're paying 2 or 3 times the car. And if it is that you're not managing, maybe you need to change up some things a bit. Maybe you need to revisit your budget and of course decide what is more important, whether it is an asset or a liability. That's my experience for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and as always, and remember to stay safe, stay focused, and to stay strong. Thank you, guys. Bye.